Hi, this is Joe again with another video. So this review, I should say, I'm going to discuss the 2012 direct-to-video movie Christmas Story 2, starring Daniel Stern. Now, of course, this is like I said, not only a direct-to-video release, but it's also a direct sequel to the 1983 film, of course, A Christmas Story. Of course, there was a 1994 version called A Summer Story, which I haven't seen or I haven't been broadcast anywhere. They broadcast every other Christmas movie they bought like 10,000 times, but not a summertime story. Well, anyway, Christmas Story 2 picks up about approximately 6 years after the original movie. Of course, as far as I know, nobody from the original film was in this one. Of course, the guy who played the father in the original Christmas Story has passed away. I think before this film was made, so you didn't have that. Can't have him obviously because he passed away. But you had of course Ralphie, you had his friend Flick, Schwartz. You had them in this film as teenagers. They're all 15 years old. And of course, what happened is they want to get a car. And of course, the quote dream car, Ralphie accidentally damaged it, and you see how it got damaged for the course of in the film, which I'm not going to get into here because I don't want to ruin it for everybody. So what happens is that Ralphie and his two friends decide to get jobs at a local department store, which is the same department store when you had the infamous scene with Santa Claus in the original film. Pretty much the same shenanigans happens with the three of them in this film. And it's mostly the story of Ralphie and Flick and Schwartz. It's mostly from their antics, with the what's going trying to get jobs, trying to raise money to help pay for the damages they did to this car, which they eventually do get the money for. But then, of course, what happens is that Ralphie decides to spend the money on the infamous leg lamp. Of course, we all know what happened with the leg lamp. In the first movie, the father won an award, and it has to be a leg lamp, which, of course, gets damaged. And, of course, the wife, I think we all know that the wife actually destroyed this thing because she didn't like the lamp. And, of course, the father gets all ticked off over, damaging it, doing it on purpose and all that type of thing. Which, of course, anybody who took like the brain cells knows that she actually did do it on purpose, even though she denies the whole thing. So of course, what goes on is Ralphie spends the money on the lamp. I wonder if it's the same lamp that was in the original movie, which would have been funny. So he spends it. Oh, here's the lamp back again. The leg lamp again. And of course, the mother gets annoyed over the lamp, and of course, the two parents start fighting over it. And meanwhile, with the car situation, Ralphie barely had enough to pay for the damages for the car. So the guy who was selling the car says, "Oh, it's okay because I sold I sold the car for more money than it was worth, and made up for the damages that you caused in the car." And because this idiot paid me double the amount that the car was worth and all this stuff. And of course, Ralphie gets all ticked off over it. But guess who? Big shock here. Guess who bought the car? Ralphie's father did, to give to Ralph for Christmas, for the Christmas present. And while all this was going on, Ralphie was attracted to the hot girl in the school, and she eventually becomes, at the end of the movie, his girlfriend. Which I thought that was a real cute ending of the film. And even though Ralphie doesn't even have his learner's permit yet, but most has his driver's license, he takes the car out for a spin at the end of the movie with the girl, and it's pretty much how the movie ends. I know I'm doing a real quick review on this thing because it's not really that much to say about Christmas Story 2 is like one of those 10,000 sequels, for Christmas movies, during cash in or Christmas genre. But well, Christmas isn't really a genre. Christmas is a holiday, but the cash in on the premise of a Christmas movie, because the first one was so popular and successful, and they figured, almost 29 years later, let's make a sequel 29 years later, and so that's what they decided to do. And good thing it was a direct to DVD movie, because this thing actually came out in the local multiplex. This thing was not going to do very well. Yeah, you'd be lucky this movie will break even. I mean, that's how bad this movie is. It's not very good. It's almost the same premise as the original movie. Instead of the BB gun, you had a car. Instead, there was Ralphie's Wish was the car instead of the the BB gun. And surprisingly, there's no references to the BB gun in the sequel. There was absolutely no references to it, and I thought it was frustrating because you never see Ralphie again. With the BB gun, the red by a BB gun. You never see him with it again. They never even talked about it, except for maybe at the closing scene of the movie when he talks about I thought that the other was the greatest Christmas he ever had, but now this one's the greatest one he ever had. And I mean, it's just lame, or it's just a terrible movie. It's trying to recapture what they did in the first film, but it didn't quite work. I know it didn't quite work at all. I mean, it was just terrible. So it's like one of those like forgettable Christmas movies, like those movies you see in a lifetime. All those movies every single one of them is forgettable. That's what this one is. It's a forgettable Christmas movie. You're trying to tie in with the original Christmas Story. So that's my review of the movie A Christmas Story 2. Please click on the video, please rate it. Please subscribe to my channel. Please forward this video onto your Facebook pages. You can check out all my reviews on my YouTube channel at RowdyC.com. That's all WDY.C.com. That's the homepage to Rowdy Reviewer, Chris Lee Moore. And please check out all of his videos on his website. Thanks for watching, and catch you next time.